you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. And find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com.
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too. In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 73 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in to our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 till 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So, you never have to spend a minute without us.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task. And sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. Full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and enjoyable as possible. Not only will they take your order, they'll also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out. Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street and Yarn Lane, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletters. For Sewing Street, head on over to www.sewingstreet.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and you're done. It's exactly the same for Yarn Lane. Head on over to www.yarnlane.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and that's it. You are now subscribed to both Sewing Street's and Yarn Lane's email newsletters. Never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again.
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
If you're a Sewing Street or Yarn Lane customer, no matter how many times you check out in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. So don't wait to add the item you want to your basket and check out. You will only pay one P&P even if you check out multiple times in one day.
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media, and pick up some top tips from us too.
Good morning and welcome to Yarn Lane, the first Yarn Lane of the week. Yay. Now, I'm really sorry if you were expecting Adam, who was supposed to be here today demonstrating these gorgeous new yarn bundles that we've got for you. He's really poorly, phoned us late last night, not very well at all. So I said, I'm not going to demonstrate it. I haven't done all the knitting ready for it, but I will talk you all through. We've got some beautiful yarn. I mean, you know, if you've watched Yarn Lane since the beginning, how much I love West Yorkshire Spinners and their yarn. It's gorgeous. The colours are lovely. The quality's good. Great. And it's all, love, I've got to read it again. Reid sheared and spun in Britain. And I think that's really important, isn't it? So I love their yarn and I love their pattern. So Adam was going to be demonstrated today, so please get well if you're watching, Adam, although you should be looking after yourself and in bed with you under your duvet. But I'll be going through everything with you. Now, this is a collection that we have not shown you before. Never been on Yarn Lane, first time ever. We have used this yarn before. We have featured the Chunky Retreat yarn actually in the... do you remember this one? The Flourish Collection, if you're an avid yarn laner, where this collection, and I've got some of these books as well because they sold out last time. This was, these are worked with two strands of chunky together. So we used this retreat yarn for that. And it gave you that super chunky look. Absolutely stunning. So it's beautiful yarn. It's... really soft, and the whole point of the yarn is that collection has been put together in the sort of mindfulness. That was the idea behind the yarn. So each of the colours has got a lovely name. So this pale grey is called Harmony, the pink is called Escape, the dark grey is called Soul. They've all got beautiful names. So that's the chunky yarn. So you have seen it before, but not in this collection. So I've got a few different things for you. So I start off with a pattern book. Oh, sorry, I've got to show the website, bit of admin. Got too excited. Admin. So if you want to shop on Yarn Lane, you have to go to www.yarnlane.com. There it says at the beginning, from Wednesday. That's gone. We had to move. We had to move to channel 73. It's because of BBC Three coming back. They moved us down one. So, same as Sewing Street. If you want to watch us, click on, well, if you want to buy, watch live. You see there? Watch live. There we go. It goes round and round and round. There we go. Watch live. Then, if you would like to send me a message, and I love a message, I want to know what you're making, what you're doing, what you think. If you've got any comments, if you want to share some photos. Love you, Bex. Thank you very much. From Elliot. I did from Charlie on Sewing Street this morning. Love you too. Send me a comment. I'd love to know that you're watching, what you think. If you love the yarn, any questions, love them. So, if you want to shop and you want to get ahead, because you know what it's like on Yarn Lane, we put it in and it sort of sells. There we have everything that's coming up. So the way that we've done it, we've got one kit that's complete, that's got the pattern and the instructions, because the pattern's free with that. The others are yarn bundles. You buy the pattern book and you buy the yarn bundle. Then we've got all the products that go with it. Look, there's the Ubuntu floor cushion kit that has a free pattern. Gorgeous. Love that one. I really want one of them as well. Isn't that lovely? I'll show you that one in a minute. It's in that lovely pale grey yarn as well. I like home makes in knitting. I think they're really nice. There's Sandra in her beautiful wrap. Then we've got to celebrate my joy and love of West Yorkshire Spinners. Lots of other pattern books by West Yorkshire Spinners, including some of their yarn as well, which, to be honest, I could talk about all day. But we've added all of those in because obviously Adam can't be with us. I didn't want to do his demo in station because it was quite late. I wouldn't have done enough knitting. It was such a shame because he was so prepared for it. And we've got the Swift and the yarn holder. Very nice. Love a Swift. We'll talk about that in a bit. Oh, and the DPN storage. So we'll go through all of that in a minute, but I want to go through these with you first. So let me do the one that we have a complete kit for, and that's because the pattern's free, that gorgeous floor cushion. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a knitted sample of it, but I have got a lovely picture. So this has been designed by Carol Greaves. It uses this beautiful chunky roving retreat, which means it's super soft, super soft. It is pure wool, beautiful. Looks lovely. I mean, I love this sort of, a lot of people's home settings, particularly living rooms, all gone neutral, hasn't it? Love that sort of neutral harmony. So this one is called Harmony as well. So you make this beautiful floor cushion. So let's have a look at the pattern. Look, they've done one of it. So once you've got the pattern, this one has been done in different stripes of pinks and purples. So it measures 60 centimetres in diameter and 25 centimetres in depth. So you use, now this is actually knitted with, for this, like they did with the Flourish Collection, double. So you knit with it double, so you end up like with a super chunky. And you need a pair of 12mm knitting needles to do it. And what it suggests to fill it with is 2 feather pillows. Well, that's quite easy, isn't it? You haven't got to buy anything special for it. So when you finish doing it, you just pop your pillows in, and then you gather the top together and it's done. And I think it's really nice to have. I know whenever we do on Yarn Lane hand knitted projects for the home, they always do well. I think this just works beautifully, doesn't it? So in the kit, you get 5 balls, so 500 grams of this beautiful West Yorkshire Spinners chunky roving retreat, and you get the pattern. There we go. And then you get to make that. And all you need is 2 pillows. I mean, it does suggest feather pillows. I guess maybe they're easier to shape, but I'm sure you could use polyester pillows if you wanted to. I think that's lovely. Got a message. Hi, Rebecca. I'm doing the Hidden Treasures crochet along at the moment with West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's lovely yarn. And today is my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Dawn. Hooray! It's my birthday on Sunday. It's my birthday on Sunday. It's my birthday on Sunday, just saying. Got a special Yarn Lane show. I'll tell you about that later, because it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Dawn, and I'm glad you're doing a bit of crochet with West Yorkshire Spinners whilst watching Yarn Lane as well. Even better. So this one has been selling on pre-order. So for $29.99, that is an amazing price. You can knit a whole floor cushion. Once you've done one, you've got the pattern. You can then buy more yarn and make another one. I think that's really lovely, isn't it? Quite classy. And if you have a look at these, you can buy these in the shops. They cost considerably more than $29.99. Because it's used as double, like a super chunky, it makes it extra strong as well. So that is the one complete kit. But we're able to do it at this special price because it's a free pattern that we've been allowed to print off and give to you, which is brilliant, isn't it? Love that. Anyway, that's that one. So I'm now going to go through the pattern book, which is the perfect retreat. All of these are designed by Georgia Farrell. There are 12 designs in the pattern book, and they are all knitted using chunky yarn. Now, obviously, with all these pattern books, they do always recommend you use the yarn that they have used to make them. But obviously, if you have other chunky yarn, you can do, they will work. But they're already they're already selling really well on pre-order. So we managed to clear West Yorkshire Spinners' shelves of the Perfect Retreat. So we didn't get as many as we want to. So if it sells out, I'm really sorry, but we just couldn't get as many. We asked for as many as they had. But this, we managed to get every single one. So first of all, I mean, what I love about these books, firstly, is that they're spiral bound, so that when you're knitting from them, they lie nice and flat. Tells you all about the collection of yarn and the colours. And then we go into the projects. And I like the fact they've got lovely pictures. So we had to choose which ones to do. So we have got yarn packs available today to make the trouvaille, the zigzag blanket. We couldn't get the sample to borrow that, but I've got the cushion. I'll show you that in a minute. We've also got, I love this one, the Euphoria colour block jumper. I mean, I'll go through the yarn packs in a minute. So we've got all the yarn. I mean, that's beautiful, isn't it? We've got the Hygge envelope cushion. We have I like that one. And we have got the Mudita colour block Snood and wrist warmers. So those are the ones, if you want to make this exactly the same, those are the ones we've got yarn packs for. So should we just have a look through? So I can't believe for £9.95 you get 12 patterns. Look at that. I love the there's like a bed runner, isn't it? You could put it on the sofa as well. So the patterns, West Yorkshire Spinners patterns are always really, really easy to understand. They always put all the abbreviations, everything at the beginning that you need and really make it simple. Now, what's quite nice about this bed runner is it gives you different sizes to whether you need it to make a double, a king or a super king. We haven't got the yarn pack for that one, but the pattern is in here. Now, we do have the yarn pack for the trouvaille. Noun, a lucky find. Oh. So, should we show that one? Can we show that one? Now, I've got the cushion that we borrowed from West Yorkshire Spinners. They didn't have the blanket. They must have lent that to someone else. This is what the cushion looks like. However, it's gorgeous, isn't it? In this lovely shade of charcoal and grey. So that's the cushion that's in the picture. But we haven't got... the yarn pack that we've got is for the whole bed runner blanket. The blanket is 121 by 155 centimetres. And look what you get in this pack. Can we put the code in for this one? When you've finished gossiping, could we put the code in for this yarn pack? So if you want to make the trouvaille bed runner, which I've just showed you, you get, I can't even reach it all, you get so much of this. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't reach, my arm's not long enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the dark grey, which is called Soul, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Pure, which is the off-white. And that is enough yarn for £74.99, the 13 balls, and that will make the whole blanket. The blanket is 121 by 155. If you wanted to make cushion, you could make 2 cushions instead, probably 3 actually, 2 or 3, because you need 5 balls for the cushion. But it's quite simple, isn't it? And isn't it gorgeous? I mean, if I show you, unfortunately we couldn't borrow the blanket, but it's got a nice, I like the ridge down the centre of the diamond. But I think £74.99 for a pure wool, chunky blanket. Message. Afternoon, I'm confused. I was told the yarn was man-made and wool was from animals, was a fleece. Was I told wrong? Thank you, from Jane. Well, no, yarn, to be honest, is a generic term for all things, because we tend to call it wool, don't we? So if you're knitting with acrylic, we'll go, I bought 3 balls of wool. Well, it's not really wool. It's acrylic, but you wouldn't say, can I have a ball of acrylic? So yarn is, yes, I mean, I think you're right that maybe originally the term was to do with things being woven, but yarn is commonly used as the generic term for balls of, well, I can't say wool, acrylic, bamboo, cotton. It's a generic term for balls of things you knit and crochet with, rather than, because otherwise what would you call bamboo? So... but wool is a yarn. It's a yarn that you knit with. It is commonly known now as it's a generic term for that. Because if you've got a ball of wool mixed with 5% acrylic, would you call it wool? No. So yarn, it just makes it simpler. Anyway, I hope that helps. But, you know, there's no exact science to it. There's no rules. You can call it what you like to call it. We tend to call it yarn just because it makes it simpler. So you've got this beautiful zigzag pathway through the centre of here. So this is the cushion. But in this kit, the yarn pack, £74.99. Now, the pattern isn't included in this. You need to buy the pattern book. But the pattern book does have 12 patterns in it. But for £74.99, you've got everything you need to make this beautiful blanket. Right. So let's continue through our beautiful pattern book. Ooh. Oh, now I've got confused. I've now mixed up my kits. Right. So that was the Trouvaille. I'm just going through the book. Bohemian. We're going back to the book. We're going through the book, and then when we get to the projects that we are selling yarn packs for, we will be going to those. I'm just trying to confuse them today. Just trying to confuse them. I like the Bohemian. I like all the little tassels. And they've got like almost like pom-pom type knitting. The next one is the Hygge. Which is beautiful cushion. Now we do have a yarn pack for the Hygge. And not only that, I have it with me. Look at it. There it is in reality. Isn't it lovely? So soft. I like the buttons on it as well. So the back is blue and grey. And then on the front, you've got these lovely light grey, dark grey and light grey stripes. So in this kit, yarn pack, because you do need, this is just the yarn you knit. If you want the pattern, you've got to buy the pattern book as well. We'll get the code up for that in a minute. You get 1, 2, so you get a light grey that's Harmony, a dark grey that's Soul, and you get 2 balls of Mind. So have we got the code for that one? So £22.99, and that's all the yarn that you need to knit. It's all knitted in garter stitch as well, I think, because it looks like that. I think it's skill level number 2. Yes. It's just knitted in garter stitch, but it has got buttonholes, quite like that. The fact that it's quite nice to knit a buttonhole, isn't it? So if you've not done that before and you want to learn a new skill, there is a section about the buttonholes. I like that, and they've just put wooden buttons on that one. They've also shown it in the book in just one colour. That's quite nice, isn't it? So the finished size, well, you can choose. The one that we've got the kit for is this 3-colour one, but then they've got it there in one colour. The finished size is 37 by 37 centimetres. It's lovely, isn't it, though? What a lovely cushion. So if you went, imagine what that would cost. £22.99. If you bought that from, pure wool, if you bought that from a homeware store, it'd be a lot more than that. Loads more than that, about 50 quid. Lot more. So if you you need the pattern book as well, which you've got available separately, but if you want the yarn pack for that, it's £22.99. Lots of you have checked out in that one, not surprised, because that's gorgeous. So don't miss out, check out. Nice cardigan, Arda. That's lovely, isn't it? We haven't got a yarn pack for that. I like that, very nice long length cardi, isn't it? How much does that use then? Oh look, I was thinking, we've just seen that one, but that's the lady wearing the jumper with the cushion on the sofa. So some of it's garments, it's really good value, isn't it? Some of it's garments, some of it's homeware. That's nice, isn't it? It's got a lovely pattern down the front of it. Roll neck jumper. Ooh, like that. Now look, there's the lady with the blanket round her. So when you've knitted your blanket, you'll look exactly like that. Like the cardigan. In fact, I haven't got that one. I thought I had that one with me. Yes, look, I've got this jumper. We haven't got this one as a yarn pack, but if you want to see what the jumper looks like for when you buy the pattern book, if you want to knit this one. Isn't that lovely? I should have put it on, actually. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that would suit me. Do you think that would suit me? Nice colours. I like that one. So that's that jumper in the book. We don't have a yarn pack for that one, but it is a beautiful jumper. It's nice, isn't it, there? I think I looked exactly like that when I just put it on, don't you? Did I look exactly like that? Exactly like that. That's lovely, isn't it? There's a lot of geometric zigzags in this book, isn't it? Beautiful. They're just very sort of timeless patterns, not too sort of trendy or out there, or they're not old-fashioned. They're just lovely. And this is my favourite. Euphoria, which is a feeling or state of intense excitement and happiness. Now, I have actually the jumper with me. Look at that. Look, there it is. Absolutely gorgeous. If I lie it flat, you can have a good look at it. I think it is all message. Thank you. It's just I have to be careful, as if I get wool, I can't breathe by the end of the day. I just sort of whistle. Love, Jane. Well, I know there's a lot of you allergic to wool out there, but we always list, when we sell wool, we all call it yarn, but we always list what the content is. And I know there are a lot of you who are allergic to wool, so you have to be quite careful with using wool or acrylic or cotton or bamboo. There's all different things, but we do list what the content is, but no problem at all. And thank you for letting me know, because it's really, it's lovely to have the interaction with, and also interesting to know that some people are allergic to wool, that they need to buy acrylic. Other people don't like using acrylic. Some people aren't that keen on particularly crocheting, sometimes with cotton or bamboo, but we're all different, luckily. This is knitted in garter stitch. So quite simple. I love the colour blocking. Now, in the kit for this, you get loads. So you get all the pale pink, that's called Escape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 12 balls in total. So you get 6 balls of pale pink Escape. You get 3 balls of this beautiful bright Bliss pink. And then you get 3 balls of the Calm, the purple. Now, the kit, the yarn pack, remember you do need to buy the pattern book separately. It's $64.99. There is enough yarn in here to knit from a size 28 to a size 50-inch chest. So that's good size range, isn't it? Because I do find sometimes with these patterns that people do, they don't go up to the bigger sizes. And that seems a shame, that they just do like the first 3 or something. But that's quite a nice size range, isn't it? And obviously, if you knit the smaller one, you'll have a lot left over. But there is enough there to do the whole thing. And aren't these colours? I mean, I think these would flatter anyone's complexion. Because the pink, it's not a real sort of baby pink. It's a really beautiful, soft pink. And I like a colour block. I think it's quite slimming, isn't it? Sort of cuts you off there. Quite lovely, isn't it? What a pretty thing. And it's got a nice stretch in it because it's in garter stretch. It's got a really nice stretch in it too. Lovely for this time of year. Oh, it's ever so soft as well. It's really nice, but it has got a lovely stretch to it. So if you want to make the Euphoria garter stitch colour block jumper, it has got set-in sleeves, 12 balls, $64.99. Obviously you do need to buy the pattern book as well, but you get 12 patterns in the pattern book. I absolutely love that. And I have to say, it's quite hard to find kits if you want things exactly the right thing, with the right number of balls in the right colours. So that was something that was quite important to us when we first set up Yarn Lane, is that we could offer you kits so that you can just order it and get it all at home ready to do. So you do need to buy the pattern book for the whole yarn pack and the kit together. So that's Euphoria. Next one in the pattern book. Oh, it does look nice, doesn't it? I think that's such a good choice of colours. Obviously, once you've got the pattern book, you can do whatever colours you want. And I guess you could change your colour block depending on how the depths you wanted if you're doing it yourself. Now the colour block one here. We haven't got the yarn pack for that. Eunoia. I don't know if I've said that right. Well-minded, beautiful thinking. Nice little tunic top. Then we have the metanoia. The journey of changing one's mind, heart, self and way of life. Okay. That is for the Snood. The Snood, which we don't have the yarn pack for, but I have got a sample of to show you. Oh, this is nice. Ooh. So how many balls does the Snood use? The Snood uses 3 balls. So if you've got your own stash, quite like that. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that. quite a nice length as well, isn't it? That when you you know, you could put this underneath a coat. So if you just kept your coat done up to here, it's quite a nice length, isn't it? It's really lovely because it's quite easy to put on. But you could, I know it's messing up my mic, so if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. But you mean you could just wear it like that if you wanted just a scarf, put your hands inside it. But I quite like it as a snood. It's nice, isn't it? So that's the Metanoia. I haven't discovered that one. Then we've got a scarf pattern, nice big. It's almost like a wrap, this scarf, isn't it? Serendipity. Then this one we do have the kit. I like this one. This is the cowl, and it has wrist warmers as well with it. So you get in the yarn pack, if you want to make the cowl and wrist, the cowl Mudita, you get a ball of sole, a ball of pure, and this beautiful mellow. Because don't those colours go together? Aren't they gorgeous? I don't think we've got. We don't think we've got that one. No, we haven't as a sample. There's the picture of it. Isn't that lovely though? Really like that one. So have we got the graphics for that one? So this is probably, you know, this is quite a nice entry level one because it's only the 3 balls you need to make them. Now, you've got enough to make the cowl there. Now, I'm not sure whether you will have enough left over for the wrist warmers. You might do because you need a ball of each for the cowl. But these colours are so on trend at the moment, aren't they? Especially the colour blocking. So the colour block Snood, you get it in this sort of the mustard, the grey and the... it was like an ivory colour, it's not white. But they look gorgeous. So you've got that in 3 stripes. I love that. And what's quite nice is that you can choose which order you put them on and which colour you want next to your face, depending on what you're wearing. But quite simple. Very nice for your skin tone as well, depending on what it is. So this is garter stitch. Oh, and then a mock rib. Nice. Quite like that. That's in a mock rib. Yeah, when we get Adam back, we'll have to, because he will have done all the prep for all these demonstrations. That's really nice. So you've got different, actually, I've realised you've got different patterns with each colour. Nice. So that's the Mudita. So $17.99, you get 3 balls of yarn. Obviously, you need to buy the pattern book separately. But the pattern book at $9.95 is fantastic because you get 12 patterns in it. I like that. So all you've got to do is decide which one is you want to buy. So the Perfect Retreat pattern book, it's got a lovely mixture, I think, of homeware and garments as well. And the idea behind it, right, if everyone checks out their basket, we've only got 6 left. So if you want this, you need to do... yes, and there's a lot of you wanting it, which I'm not surprised. I'll give you finish off this one with 4 left. Quote by Georgia Farrell, who designed it. The idea behind the Retreat collection is all about pairing tactile textures and geometric shapes to show off the beautiful British wool and colour palette. I wanted to create a collection that felt cosy but still had a modern edge with pieces that would be enjoyable to knit, wear and love. There we go. So it's got a modern edge, isn't it? It's not like super, super modern, but it feels cosy. It feels like you want to wear them. I mean, when you look at this jumper, it's like, oh, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? You just want to wear it. It's a shame you can't feel it. You need squishy telly, but it's so squishy and it has a beautiful stretch to it. It's soft. I mean, I know, like we used to think, oh, I can't wear wool, it's too itchy, but this Retreat is not at all. It's beautifully smooth. I love the colours in there. So obviously Georgia has worked with Wexshore spinners to choose and select the colours that and also created designs that work with the colours. So you just got to choose between the blanket, the jumper, the cushion, the cowl. I think that's all. I'm currently knitting the Stylecraft Highland Heather Triangular Shawl. The yarn is really lovely. Trying to resist buying any more kits for now, from Diane. Well, the thing is, Diane, oh, that's a gorgeous shawl, by the way. Yeah, I saw that one demonstrated. It's lovely. And I love the Highland Heather collection. Problem is, though, is when you finish, a bit like having a book, you need to have one waiting in the wings, don't you? I am currently crocheting Sam Sabido's sweater vest that was on the other week. And I'm crocheting mine in Monica in the blue, because I was lucky enough that I tried them all on at the end of the show. So although I wore Rachel for the whole show, I think that one sold out in the end. That was the pink and brown one. Monica suited me the best, so I'm currently up to about here. Luckily, it's done all it's crocheted in a round, so I don't have to do the front and the back. Best practice there. That's what I'm currently doing. But I think this is my favourite one. I think I might be popping that into my basket, because I think actually that really suits. Do you think that suits me? Yeah, I think so. Stock update for you. Stock update. Go on then. Right. If everyone who has this book in their basket checks out, we will have several people missing out, because we have more people with it in their baskets than we actually have in stock. And we cleaned out West Yorkshire Spinners in stock. So obviously, we will try and get more in the future, but if you want it today, and I'm not sure when because we did clear them out, there are more people, unfortunately, who have it in their baskets than we have in stock. So please do check out. Remember, it's only 1 P&P a day. It's only £3.95. You know, you can check out as many times as you like, whether you've got a Sewing Street account, Yarn Lane account, it all runs across the same thing. We're only 1 P&P between now and midnight. So whilst you are checking out, should we have a look at some more West Yorkshire Spinners? Right. Now this thing here is perfect for balls of yarn. Now we constantly talk about winding, rewinding, whether or not to. I like to rewind my balls of yarn into cakes, because it stops them rolling around the floor. Now this is an ingenious device that A, you can use for when you're doing that, for when you're rewinding, or B, for when you're knitting. So let me take a ball of yarn. So I'm going to use this one. Now if I'm knitting with it, ooh, I've got the pink in the way. When I'm knitting with this, there we go. Which one is in the way? This one. There we go. Right. It rolls across the floor, doesn't it? That really annoys me, and also sometimes the dog runs off with it. And also I don't want it to get dirty, so that's why I often rewind mine. Or if you don't want to rewind one, get this thing. It's only £13.99, and you put that on top. That means it keeps it there. You can put it on the table, you could put it on the floor, you can put it on the sofa next to you. Obviously, you know you need to knit from the yarn on the outside, and then as you're knitting, it's just unwinding. But if you do want to rewind your balls into cakes, which I do, because either we sell on Yarn Lane, we have 2 different ball winders, depends whether you want the Knit Pro, the plastic one, or the wooden one. When you rewind a ball into a cake, it does twiddle around and go across the floor. This is perfect as well for rewinding. But for £13.99, honestly, it's brilliant, because you just take the yarn from the outside. It doesn't roll off anywhere. It stays stable. And you get sort of a nicer tension. Sorry. Where did that sneeze come from? I said that earlier. It's a really good thing, really good investment. Also, it's beechwood. It's really nice as well. It's nice. Comes in a box. I have one of these. So sometimes I like to rewind, don't always rewind. I always have to rewind hanks, obviously, because you can't knit from them because they go all over the place. 1 book left. One book of the Perfect Retreat left. But this is fantastic for knitting, which is a little gadget, that works really well. I think it's quite clever. And also, you know, when you knitting or crocheting from a ball and you have to keep pulling a bit out so that it doesn't affect the tension, and then you knit and crochet a bit and then you have to pull the next bit. With this, because it actually spins really smoothly and nicely, you don't really have to do that so much. So, because it spins nice. So what I tend to do, if I'm sitting in, if I haven't rewound into cakes, which I don't always do with balls, I'll put this on the table, the coffee table, and then I'll knit from it. And it just comes off really nicely because it actually runs quite smoothly like that. Anyway, those of you who knit and crochet regularly will know exactly what I mean. I'm just going to put that one in there. What I mean about balls running across the floor. Right, the book has sold out. Gone. Gone. So the 5 yarn packs that we showed you, which was the most popular? Was the floor cushion. So we still have that one left, the Ubuntu floor cushion. But we are in single figures for all of them. We have got stock. This is the most popular. This one you don't need the book for. This comes with the free pattern. So this is the Ubuntu floor cushion, and you get 5 balls of this beautiful Harmony pale grey chunky yarn. It's knitted double, so it makes it super chunky, and all you need for it, nothing complicated, not like special moulds or fillings. It says 2 feather pillows that you just pop inside. It's gathered together just with the running stitch at the top, and then you've got a beautiful designer looking floor poof. I'm never really sure how to say. Oh, cushion. Cushion. That's why, because I'm never really sure how to say that. Floor cushion. This is our most popular, but we are in single figures. Loads of you have this in your basket, so if you want to get the floor cushion, please do remember to check out. Cool. I'm going to move over to the other section where I have even more gloriousness. Which one should we start with? Yes, now we've put these extras in because Adam isn't here. So should we do the Flourish one? Love this one. So the Flourish book is, we have shown this on air before. It's by all the designs are by the fabulous Chloe Elizabeth Birch. They are all knitted using West Yorkshire Spinners chunky yarn, but worked double, so it's like super chunky. And I love the designs in this. I'll show you my favourite. We did a whole wonderful show with her. Oh, I got it right that time. Showing all these. So I had all the garments here, and I tried quite a lot of them on, to be fair. So it's the same retreat yarn, but look at them. This is my favourite one because I adore those sleeves. Aren't they lovely? The Shiloh bubble stitch jumper, and it comes as a jumper or a cardigan. There's the Frida. We did have that one. I love the Grace. That I thought was my favourite until I saw the sleeves on that one. The cable cardigan, the Bodhi. The Uma accessory set. And then tells you all about them. But isn't that just beautiful? So in the pattern book, you have got, is it 5 or 6? 6. I wasn't even counting then. 6. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, but interestingly a lot of them have almost 2 patterns. So this one you can either knit this as a jumper or you can knit it as the cardigan. Look at the sleeve there. I think that is absolutely stunning. In the book it tells you everything that you need and how many balls of yarn you need to make it. So for the jumper and the cardigan you need 7 balls for the smallest size, 11 balls for the biggest size. I love this. I really want to make that. I don't know whether I would make it as a jumper or a cardigan though. That's my problem. That's what's held me back. Love this cardigan, the Frida cardigan. Again, this one is available as a jumper and a cardigan. So there's Frida as a jumper. For this one, they both have 3 colours in them, but you need different amounts. So you need approximately 3 to 5 balls of each of the colours, so it depends which one you're making. But isn't that one lovely? That's the one that we had in the studio. That's it as a jumper. Obviously you can knit it in whatever colours you fancy, but you think how quickly it grows. They are all knitted on pretty much all the same 12 mil, 10 mils and 12 mils. needles, but because you're working with it double, grows really quickly, which is brilliant, isn't it? So that's the Frida. I don't know whether they're unisex. I'm not sure. I guess they could be. Depends on the chest size, doesn't it? So these patterns all start at a 28-inch chest and go up to a 50-inch. So that's a nice size range, isn't it? I love this one. We had that one in. I think it's lovely because it gives quite a lot of interest when stitching that because of the colour changing. But it's not done as a Fair-Al. It's really nice. It's just done as a, what is it called, a slip stitch. You just slip it. So it's not, you're not having to carry the yarn. Lovely rib sleeves. Then we have the Bodie, and we've got, it says a cardigan. That one's in the charcoal, but it's, oh no, they're both cardigans, but they're just in different colours because that's the one that's in red as well. Same thing, but both a cardigan. I love that. Look at that big cable down the front. And then finally, they always do an accessory set. You've got a beautiful scarf and hat. And you can either have it in the 3 colours, quite like it like that, but when we sold it as a kit, we had it in just this one colour. I think that's gorgeous, isn't it? So you've got fingerless mittens, the scarf and the hat. So I think for £9.95, all of those, you think it's 5 patterns, but you've got jumpers and cardigans in both of them. Love that one. Anyway, if you've knitted anything from this, if you've bought it in the past, please let me know. I'd love to see what you've made if you bought the kits. Loads of you've got that in baskets. Not surprised because it's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Right, let's do the natural home because this has been one of my favourites. Love the natural home. I like knitting for the home. I like knitting for me, obviously, but I do like knitting for the home as well. And this was the first book of West Yorkshire Spinners that we featured as well. Even more exciting. So, in this book, this all features their natural yarn, either roving, which is narrow weight, or their double knit. So it's all double knit and Aran, but it's using their natural undyed sheep yarn. And what I love about it is that all of these colours, they are natural. They're crew light grey, medium grey, brown black. Some of them I have here. I'll show you in a minute. But they are all natural. These are the colours that the sheep are running around the fields in. And I love that about it because you can imagine that effect. But this one I think is amazingly good value. It's £12.95 and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patterns in it. But some of them you've got, so this one you've got 1, 2, 3, because you've got a better one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different patterns in it, and they are gorgeous. So there's the lattice lace throw. Now, loads of you have bought this in the past. Some of you have bought the West Yorkshire Spinners wool. Some of you have decided to use an acrylic instead, but loads of you have bought the book, and it's been brilliant. Diamond bed runner. There's a puff. Look at that. I mean, even if you just want to do a cable cushion, that's beautiful, isn't it? Basket weave cushion. This one, I bought my mum this one as a kit for her birthday last year, and she's finally finished it, and it looks absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. I bought all the yarn and that, and it looks beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? I'd love to have that. Peacock plume throw. Then you've got a cushion. So you've got all sorts, from big throws and blankets to smaller cushions. The checkerboard trellis blanket was very popular. And I love the patchwork blanket with the patchwork cushions. And it's lovely. And I think a lot of people bought it, started off by knitting a cushion and then moved on to knitting the blankets as well. But I think knitting from the home, it's the sort of stuff that's for sale in a lot of the designer stores now. Places like John Lewis and Dunelm and things are selling this hand knitted stuff. But then much higher end, if you go to these really cool boutique shops where you're paying like £800 for a blanket, it's all in there. Knit it yourself. Knit it yourself. Which one should we do now? Should we do Sandra Rhodes, make a statement? This is such a big book. This is massive. So Sandra Rhodes, West Yorkshire Spinners commissions Sandra Rhodes to design a collection for them, including designing the yarn as well. And so this collection features the yarn that she worked with them to create her own her own yarn collection as well, using the example. I mean, she is amazing. Dame Sandra Rhodes, an absolute fashion icon and designer. She designed Princess Diana's wedding dress. Just saying. So she put together all the colourways and then used those colourways to create a collection for West Yorkshire Spinners, and they are gorgeous and they're just iconic of her. She's obviously mixed them together with some of their solids as well. I love this one. So we did sell some yarn packs. I mean, they are bright and fun and bold and gorgeous. So she's got this striped jumper, the rib jumper. I love the puff sleeves on that one. And a cardigan with puff sleeves. I like the poncho. The rainbow scarf, very, very popular, and the striped scarf. And then she had hats with flowers, wrist warmers. That's the belted shawl that's on the front, and a striped shawl there. And then she did 3 different types of socks, little ankle socks, long socks, and then knee-high socks with flowers as well. Ever so popular, ever so popular. What day did we... 1st of October is when we had these on air. I even had a life-size cutout of Sandra with me and the wonderful Danielle from West Yorkshire Spinners. It was a great day. It was a great day. Danielle, who we work with in West Yorkshire Spinners, came to demonstrate. Anyway, there's so much in here. What a beautiful book. So if you want a little bit of Sandra Rhodes in your life and you want to be adventurous and have some colour and pattern and you remember her fantastic designs, put a bit of colour. Look at that. Why not? Dye your hair pink. I mean, I think she's 80 now. Why not? Have pink hair. I want pink hair. Gorgeous book. Which one should we do? I love the Colour Lab Life in Colour. This is a nice book. This also designed by Chloe Birch. So I'm just going to show you the patterns at the front. These are all designed using double knit yarn. Obviously, it's from the West Yorkshire Spinners collection, but with the pattern book, you can use whatever yarn you like, but you do make sure you do your tension square because they can't always guarantee. So we've got this beautiful jumper. This is a mixture of patterns for men and women. Love that jumper flow. Lovely cardigan. You've got the really nice striped jumper here and there. So it's like almost matching. This is a beautiful jumper for men. It's lovely. When Chloe was on air explaining to us, it features the slip stitch, so you're not carrying yarn across the back, not like doing Fair Isle. You're just slipping a stitch and it creates this lovely sort of checked effect. Ribbed cardigan, you've got a striped jumper, another men's jumper, the colour merge jumper, that's the green one, that's the same as the blue one on the front, and full sort of hat and scarf. Look, with pom-poms. £9.95 and you get all of those designs. They are all using double knit yarn. So if you want to, update you want something as a bit. The thing is, West Yorkshire Spinners, what they design, it's on trend, but it's not like super modern, but it's not super old fashioned. It's on trend, but the sort of thing that you would want to go and buy. So, particularly if you're knitting for men, I mean, that's a gorgeous jumper, isn't it? Yeah, Elliot said he'd wear that. Elliot'd wear that. I'd wear that. I think I did wear that. They're just lovely, aren't they? But they're designed by knitwear designers who understand, that knitting needs to be a bit more interesting. You can't just knit one colour for loads and loads. They always put a little bit of pattern in it as well. Gorgeous. So that's that one. Should we do some yarn just before we finish? Because I was talking to you about the fleece yarn, the natural fleece. So we have got it in. Oh, they've changed this one. So I'll start with this one. Do you want the code for it? Jacob's fleece, Aaron. So this is the beauty of West Yorkshire Spinners. This is an Aran weight yarn. It's undyed, it's totally natural. So you've got 100 grams there, £5.50, and it is gorgeous. It's a Crew Jacob's Aran. It's the first time we have had this before in kits used for the Natural Home collection, but this is the first time that we've offered it for sale individually. It has been in kits before when we have done projects from the Natural Home collection, as you can see. Perfect match. If you've bought the Natural Home collection, you know what you need from it. This goes it. So this is an Aran weight yarn. It's undyed. It just is what it is. That's a very clean sheep. So that's their ecru. Very clean. Now, I've also got the Aran in this pale grey. I really like that one. That's the same colour actually as the cushion in there, isn't it? But isn't that lovely? And it is, again, it's Aran weight, 100 grams. I think £5.50 for an Aran weight pure wool yarn is an incredible price. And this, it's reared, sheared and spun in Britain. So the, yeah, obviously it's West Yorkshire Spinners. It's all spun in Yorkshire, but it's reared and sheared in Britain somewhere. But that, again, undyed. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, those are two Arans. If you're thinking double knit, I love it, but I want it in double knit. Do have it in double knit as well. Exactly the same yarn, but this one is double knit. So again, it's your Jacob sheep. Your Jacob sheep is like your biblical sheep, the ones with the big horns. I think they're one of the oldest known sheep. This is, have you got the quiet way? Oh, no, you've got forest. We have got that one. Do you want me to show you it? Okay, confusing you. This is completely different. This is blue-faced Leicester. So this is a double knit and it's in green, but it's blue-faced Leicester. Now, blue-faced Leicester is the British version of your merino. It's incredibly soft. It's got a beautiful drape to it. It's lovely to knit with, and it's lovely to wear if you have sensitive skin. Blue-faced Leicester is something that you wear on your skin. A lot of socks are knitted with blue-faced Leicester. That is gorgeous. So that's but he's all over the place. Right, now we can go back to my Jacob DK yarn. So this is your undyed Jacob's double knit yarn. £5.50 for 100 grams. And again, this is undyed, so it's gorgeous. Now I've got one more Jacob DK. I like this colour. Now, I think this works really well for homewares. And these have never been out before. We have sold them in kits and yarn packs, but not known. This is called Brown Black, and it really is. You know, like when you buy the 72% chocolate, 72% dark chocolate, it's that colour. But it has because it's undyed, can we get closer on that? I wonder if you can see it's got a lovely white, like, fleck to it, because it is as it is. So when you get really close, you can see that lovely white fleck in it as well. Isn't that nice? But it is the colour of 72% cocoa chocolate, isn't it? It's called Brown Black. They should have called it 72%. That's lovely. Lots of you have put it in your baskets. You really, really do need to check out because we are limited. Remember, it doesn't matter how many times you check out, you still will only be charged one amount. Well, you will only be charged one amount of P&P. There's lots of you in baskets. Please do check out or you will miss out. Have I got time to do one more? So that beautiful blue face Leicester double knit, which is probably my favourite yarn of all the wools because it's really soft. We've got it in this beautiful brook, which is a lovely deep sapphire blue colour. Now, this yarn, in case you want to know, yes. Oh, so if you're looking on the web, the image is wrong. Apparently. Oh, I haven't got that colour. I haven't got that book. Ah, right. Well, that is the web image. See, well, not getting a cardigan. However, that is knitted with this yarn. That's very confusing, isn't it? So the image on the web is the colour of it knitted. But it's £9.50 because Blue Face Letter is more expensive than Jacob. It's beautiful, beautiful quality. Absolutely love that. So thank you for joining me today on Yarn Lane. Sorry Adam wasn't here. We will get him back and hopefully be better soon. But it's been a pleasure to go through a whole West Yorkshire Spinners collection with you and launch their Perfect Retreat book that we haven't had on air before. Sorry to those of you who've missed out. We will try and get some back. Yarn Lane is back on Wednesday, I think, with... Is Wendy? Wendy is back on Wednesday. It's Wendy Wednesday with a giraffe. I've seen a picture. She sent me a photo of it. It looked lovely. Thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget to check out if it's in your basket, because other people will come along and it will go. I will see you on Sunday. It's my birthday on Sunday, and I forgot to tell you that I've persuaded Jane Crowfoot to come on air on Yarn Lane. Never have Yarn Lane on a Sunday, but it's my birthday, so we're having Yarn Lane on a Sunday with Jane Crowfoot, and I will see you then, and thanks for joining me today.